What is the Easy Demon alphabet? Well, it's a list I made that contains 26 easy demons, one for each letter of the alphabet. I added all types of levels to try and make it as interesting as possible, and it's up on my profile so you can play it. Endeavour is Chidi's first legendary non-platformer level, and you can certainly see why it's astonishingly realistic visuals. To be fair, the gameplay was obviously not the main priority, but it was still solid all around. Ballot was the weekly demon a bit ago when I started picking levels for this list, so I added it. There's not a huge amount to this level, just a fairly easy demon with simple design. Cool Bananas is a level with 1.9 decoration added for a bit of variety. This is one of the earlier 2.1 levels to be 1.9 styled, so it's not as impressive as some of the more recent 1.9 styled levels, but it still looks decent considering the limitations. Darkest Drop is an early 2.1 demon that has some unique gameplay. This is a pretty typical Alkali level. The decoration uses simple objects, but in ways you'd never think of, making for an interesting visual experience. Espionage is definitely my favourite level of the whole Easy Demon alphabet. It's based in a cartoony city, but gives me Parisian vibes. There's just so many little touches that add so much character. My favourites being the painting, canal and sewer sections. There's also a little story to it that ties into the setting, with you chasing an evil puke with a top hat monocle and wings. I would consider Subwoofer as my favourite creator, with their levels in semi-realistic settings with an adorable cartoon dodge. I'd love to get good enough in the editor to make levels inspired by this one day. A fire level is shockingly a fire themed level. Along with the orange, there's a lot of black colours in this level, giving it a grimy dungeon feeling undertone. This level is a bit more difficult than anything I've played yet, so these two factors give fire level incredibly. Grindcore is quite unique for a 1.9 level in the way it is incredibly detailed and it's made me want to try all of Majako's other loads. They aren't talked about much now, but Majako was the creator to popularise decoration. The only thing I wasn't a huge fan of was the tight shipping UFO sections that could get a bit annoying. Flux is another Lemons demon, this time with typical early 2.1 decoration. Another one with not much to say about, fairly basic design of them. In Silico is a level themed about escaping an exploding island, and it did not disappoint. The decoration uses so many different types of blocks, yet it doesn't feel cluttered, and it gives the level a rich and complicated feel. Rifle style is another one that appeals to me in particular. Just Processing is an extension of Blast Processing, with some 2.1 decorative enhancements. It still felt like they wrapped up 1.9 level though, with the same blocks and structure in use. Catapult brings us back to the time of old and admittedly quite miserable memory demons. Like 99% of the demons at the time, it was mostly dull fakes and it was completely undistinguishable from all the other demons of the time. Lockdown is not a level I had very much fun with. It's a bit of a shame since I like the simple black and white block design and standout backgrounds. The aspect where this level fell apart for me were the many areas where unfairly specific inputs were required. During practice, I could tell it would be one of those levels where it either takes a couple minutes or a couple hours. It was unfortunate the second one for me. It just needs more polishing and playtesting. Mr. Crazy Hands is an easy demon that I've wanted to beat for quite a long time. This spooky level primarily uses basic 2.1 blocks for design and backgrounds, but uses them incredibly well to create a creepy haunted house vibe. My favourite being the gum and teeth section, but I struggled with a couple of sections that had quick ship gravity changes. Newville is a city themed level. Remember, I'm a fan of levels with realistic settings. However, at some points the decoration did feel a bit disjointed from the backgrounds. This didn't feel quite as immersive. Outsteel is another older demon, this time with 1.6 deco instead of 1.0. This level takes lots of inspirations from Clubstep in the gameplay, decoration and so on. Being so similar to Clubstep, this level had more skill gameplay than memory, so I prefer this heavily over Catapult. Point Break is first medium length level yet, so it has a very fast gameplay with bump up difficulty. All the flashes and spamming flips make the level satisfying to play and keeps you focused constantly, but the decoration was a bit forgettable. Quazillion is one of the two easy demons beginning with Q, so there wasn't much choice, but despite this it did not disappoint. There were some absolutely incredible rhythm backgrounds, and the song is an absolute bang that gives me goosebumps. Despite it has quite simple visuals, but it still looks very sleek regardless. I was also a fan of the way that the gameplay synced in unique ways. To sum it up, simple yet effective. SP level is a level I picked because I'm a fan of the music, but I didn't love the level unfortunately, because a lot of the parts I had some issue with. The first half, especially the first cube, had a lot of spamming clicks, and because of how the gameplay was laid out, if you click too early or too late at the beginning of the part, you die later on, which just isn't fair. Also, some parts at the end felt quite empty. The Conduit was the most nerve-wracking level I've played yet. The first 60% of it was almost entirely tight clicks with no way you could buffer. The last third had parts which changed every attempt. You had to be fully focused the whole time, but it was immensely satisfying beating it. Under Construction is a level that simultaneously has a construction theme, while feeling quite geometric with its design. You can notice similarities in Newville, which the creator Ori also built part of. Void is a level I recommend checking out, purely because it's insultingly easy for a beginner, and the music is my all-time favourite Newgrounds song, Purgatory, better known as the Congregation music. The visuals match the song perfectly, especially with the glitchy second half section. Wild West is one of Danganronpa's early 2.1 levels, which unfortunately means the decoration is quite generic, but still more unique than many levels from the time of the Western theme. The slow is also quite lonely, with the boss fight taking over most of the second half. X is a 2.0 Triaxis classic. It looks relatively simple now, but the decoration was impressive for the time, and the gameplay is very satisfying once you learn it. Here is a weird level. Almost everything in the level moves, and the creepy creature with hypnotic eyes shows up regularly. Here is a French word for eyes, so it is creative name, to be fair. And to end off the Easy Demon alphabet, we have Zed. Similar to Mr. Crazy Hands, this level has a horror theme, but I did not enjoy it quite as much, because the gameplay was a bit unbalanced, and the decor was unmanageable in some parts, but I was a fan of the blue section with the bone books and blood in the background. Well, that's all the levels. I had so much fun making this video and recording the gameplay, and there are only a couple levels that I would say I had a negative time with. Obviously this is mainly because I picked all of the levels myself, but it is simultaneously giving me a fun challenge and boosted my demon count. Now I'm up to 151 demons completed, a huge increase from when I started my channel in February. At the time I had 52. Additionally, this is probably my most ambitious video yet, in terms of both editing and levels completed, so I hope this can start a new era of bigger and better content on my channel. Thank you for watching, and let's end as usual with my level rankings.